So you watch One Piece, which is amazing and awesome and wonderful. And the thing about One Piece is that once you watch it, it makes you really want to share it with other people. Some people just do not want happiness if it is brought to them in the form of a 1,000 episode long television show, and that's a problem. So I have come up with 3 solutions to that problem. The first one is a little bit cruel, the second one will require a sacrifice on your part, and the third one honestly makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit, not gonna lie. You gotta do what you gotta do in order to get them to do what you want them to do. So we're just gonna get started. The first method for how to get your friends, family members, loved ones to watch One Piece is put it on. Just put it on. What do I mean by put it on? I mean, you are sitting in a living room. There is a TV screen and there is nothing on the TV screen. You're like, what do you want to watch? I don't know. What do you want to watch? I don't know. You just go over to your streaming platform of choice and you put on the first episode of One Piece. Maybe they pay half attention to it. Maybe they pay full attention to it. Maybe they walk out of the room. If they are the type of person who does not know what One Piece is, what anime is, you say One Piece, they think bathing suit, then this method can be seen as cruel because you have just signed them up on a journey that they did not ask to be signed up for. But if you're okay with that, I am. That's what I did with my sister. Then by all means, it is pretty effective. If you are dealing with someone who knows what One Piece is, then this might not work. Honestly, they might be like, what are you doing? Don't put on One Piece. Worst they can do is say, turn it off, please. Best thing they can do is pay full attention. Second best thing they can do is pay half attention. And then just keep those episodes going until they're invested. I don't know. Put it on. Just put it on. The next method, oh, that landed in the trash, nice. Okay, the next method is going to require a sacrifice on your part, but that's what relationships are about. They're about compromise. They're about showing the other person that you care about them. And that is by making a deal or bargaining. My fingers aren't covering up the words. I'm sure there is a show that they want you to watch that you have not watched because you're just not interested. Unless it goes against like your moral values or something like that, or like it, you know, it will give you nightmares. I would say make a deal with them. You watch one episode of whatever show they want you to watch. They watch one episode of One Piece, and you just keep trading off. And this will work because eventually the show that they ask you to watch is going to run out of episodes, and One Piece won't. By the time you finish whatever show they wanted, they're going to be invested in One Piece. I don't know if you want to nickel and dime the time, be like, this show that you want me to watch is 40 minutes an episode, so we're going to watch 2 episodes of One Piece or something like that. I don't know. But just straight off, they are sharing something that they are interested in with you. You are sharing something that you are interested in with them. Yours is objectively better, but they don't need to know that. They'll learn it eventually. So just trade it off. Just suck it up. Pay attention. They care about you, and therefore they want you to watch and enjoy the thing that they enjoy, and vice versa. So just watch whatever they want you to watch. Just do it. Make a deal. Just make a deal. Okay. I don't know why I'm ripping it so violently. This last method makes me upset, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Here it is. I'm sorry. Start in the middle of the series. Pick an arc that you know they'll like and start from there. One Piece airs on TV. People start in the middle all the time. There's nothing that says that you have to start from Romance Dawn. And here's why starting in the middle might be the best option for you. If you're dealing with someone who is impatient and they're like, well, when does this pick up? One Piece picks up episode 1, just saying. If that's not enough for them, then just start where they'll be most interested. You got to admit that the pacing in Romance Dawn is not the greatest. It took like 15 billion episodes to defeat Klahadore, and really it should have just taken 1. It could be improved, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If they like drama, start them in Water 7. If they like a large cast of characters, start them in Sabaody. Sabaody's a great place to start. If you want to start them in Marineford, The thing about One Piece is that the plot is like so simple. Entire like first half of each episode is basically summarizing what happened in the episode before it. Not that much, I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. So it would be easy for them to start in the middle and go on, and then when they start to have questions later because they care about the show now, you can be like, oh, remember Skypiea? Well, go watch Skypiea. And the thing is, they also have movies like Episode of Skypiea and different things that summarize everything. I haven't seen any of those, but maybe they'll help. For the person who's really impatient, maybe that's just what you gotta do. So yeah, starting in the middle, it's a last resort, but it is a resort. If that's how it's gotta be, then that's how it's gotta be, unfortunately. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're all watching One Piece, so nobody's mad. Hopefully, these tips will help you get your friends to watch One Piece. Let me know in the comments if you've done any of these before, if you have extra tips or anything like that, or ways that you've gotten friends to watch One Piece. How did someone get you to watch One Piece? Did they just ask? Or did you have to be begged and dragged for years until you ultimately accepted your fate? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. If you want a video to send to your friends to convince them to watch One Piece, you can click right up here in the top corner. It'll explain why One Piece is worth the watch. With all that being said, I've been Meanie Mosey, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.